Hello, everyone.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Kathryn calling you, talking with you on Blog Talk Radio. We welcome all the people who come to listen today, and we have a very special program planned. Today, I have been asked to channel two different entities, Saint Germain and God, who will be doing a presentation for you in a few minutes. And then you'll have the opportunity to call in and ask questions of them. So what we're looking for basically are not things like, will I meet my one true love, but rather questions that are more relevant to everyone who's listening. If you had a chance to ask God about how the universe works and the dynamics of why we're here on this planet and what we can expect in the future, those kinds of questions in general will be very interesting for everyone, and especially tailored to Saint Germain and God. So you'll be able to tell when they do their talk what kinds of questions they're open to answering. I don't know what they're going to be talking about, so we'll all find out. My co-host, Ellen Scobie, is screening the calls as you call in. I'm going to let her say hello. Let's see, there you are. Ellen? Hi, Ellen.
Hi, Dr. Kathryn. It's great to be here. First radio show, huh? Exciting.
So yes, our first show. So
well,
Ellen?
we've got a bunch of callers on hold right now. So
okay.
Did you let everybody know how to get in touch with you if they need to?
I haven't yet. Thank you.
Great.
Well, I will give the call-in number and announce, too, that the fourth caller will be the winner of a personal channeling session at the end of the hour.
Okay, great.
So I'll continue, and you can catch the next caller, if you will.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Okay, bye now.
Okay, you can call in, folks, on 760-683-2637. And the fourth caller will be given this special session at the end. So here's the number again, 760-683-2637. So call in on that number while we play a little special music for you. This is an original song by John Mamora, and it's about a true story and something I witnessed, actually. I told him about this story, and he wrote a song about it. I'll give you the background. I was going to visit my brother in Ohio for Thanksgiving one year, and he was in a bad way, having some really serious physical problems, was feeling pretty awful, and then called me back the following day before I'd come and said, "You're not going to believe what's out on the lawn." And I arrived the next day to see an enormous shape, pattern on the lawn in the snow of an archangel. It must have been 60 or 70 feet tall and 30 feet wide, and it was unmistakable, an imprint of an angel on the snow. And here's the song that talks about that. And while the song is playing, call in and see if you're the fourth caller. It's 760-683-2637.
It was after midnight, moonlight on the snow. Morning, there's a message right outside your door. In poetry's emotion, only moonlight walk before. You thought you were unloved, your own thoughts bring you down. You sought help above, but your answers on the ground. Angel, no one's touched this ground.
Looks like we have a caller who will win the special channeling at the end of the call, at the end of the program. So give us a second, and I'm going to have Ellen come on and tell us who that will be. All right, Ellen, do you have someone who's going to be the winner of the call?
I do, Dr. Kathryn. It's Vince from California. He's number 4, so he's waiting to talk to you.
All right, fine.
We'll be back towards the end of the show, about the last 20 minutes. So hold on, Vince. We'll talk to you then.
Okay, good. Yes, Vince, we'll talk to you later. And for now, we're going to hear from God and Saint Germain. Now, here's how it works. I will be leaving. Although I can still hear and see things, I will be pretty much out of the picture, and I'm just going to turn over the discussion so that whoever wants to come first will introduce themselves and talk with you. So I will turn over the next 20 minutes of the show to our honored guests, whom you will hear from in a moment. Greetings. We're delighted to be here. We have a treat in store for you. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm the one that many of you call God. I don't think of myself by that name, but over the years there have been many. Some people have called me Allah, some have called me Jehovah. Different cultures have different names for me, but we're always the same entity. It may surprise you to learn that I am not an I, and I'm not male. I am the sort of entity, I believe there were several people who wanted to know this, who am all of the above. We like to be called Mother, Father, God, because we are neither male nor female, but both. And we are the ones that you have called Creator. We are the ones who were there at your soul birth. All of you. You may also, some of you, not be aware that your soul births, most of them, have occurred over thousands of years. And that you have been here or other places in incarnations that go back, sometimes for hundreds of lifetimes. And we have known you in every one. We are so delighted to be here to talk with you this way. It's a phenomenal experience for us to be able to make direct contact with our dear children. It's been a long time. There have been civilizations past where many people were able to hear our voices, communicated with us daily. But in this culture, where it's considered maybe crazy to talk with God, especially out loud, we haven't had much communication. So we're delighted that you're here to listen to us and to talk with us. And after Saint Germain and I have this little introductory talk with you to let you know who we are and what we're here for, we're here to talk with you, of course, but what our jobs are in the universe, so to speak. Then we will open the lines and you can ask us questions. And we wouldn't refuse to answer any question you have in mind. We're happy that you want to speak with us. So please feel free to ask the most profound, challenging question you can think of, and we're happy to answer it. We probably won't tell you today, at least not in this forum, about your personal life in great detail, although many of you maybe have concerns that will be of great interest to many others, especially perhaps concerning the ascension feelings that have occurred over the past several weeks. Physical symptoms, challenges, hopes and dreams. We're happy to talk with you about that. And Saint Germain will also have some interesting information for you about his activities having to do with especially the issues of freedom on planet Earth. Saint Germain has been very active and very helpful to all of you, but especially to your leaders during this difficult time. So he'll be speaking about the specifics of his work. As for my introduction, I want to let you know I am not the man in the sky with a beard who hands down judgments and punishments. That is not our job. Our view of life on Earth, we call her Gaia, is that you, each and every one of you, have free will. We glory in that you have helped to co-create this planet you live on. You may not be aware while you're in 3 dimensions that this was what was happening, but each of you planned this life before you came here. in conference with your guides and masters, with me, so that you could learn what you needed to learn in order to elevate as a soul, which is really what it's all about. That's why people take the risk and the challenge to come here to Gaia, which we consider in all the universe to be the most beautiful place, the most beautiful planet, and also the most difficult one. We honor your efforts. We understand your challenges. And we wish to tell you that we send you our unconditional love and support for your bravery, your integrity, and today for your curiosity, for coming here to listen and to talk with us. And now I'm going to turn the floor over to Saint Germain, who will have some interesting information for you. Greetings, dear ones. What a pleasure. How exciting to be able to talk with people in person. This internet radio business is just wonderful. Now, some of you may not know who I am or what my work has been. There are some researchers who have recently come upon the information that I will now have to own up to. There are historical records that show that I was in attendance on planet Earth at various times, covering a period of about 200 to 300 years. Well, I must acknowledge it's true. I do tend to drop in and out, or at least I used to. I've been there to speak with the kings and the presidents. I was there with your founding fathers. I have always had a deep interest in helping to preserve the freedom of the people and of working toward a planet in which everyone will be free. Part of my work has been to pursue a project which I'm not going to give all the details about today, but which you will see unfolding in the near future. We are much opposed to the system of robber barons who have taken over power on planet Earth. We don't appreciate their selfishness and greed and the way they have taken advantage by skimming off all the money and leaving whole countries starving. And although it may not be obvious to you right now, we are working very hard behind the scenes to create a more fair and reasonable distribution of wealth on the planet. It will come soon, within your lifetimes. We're not talking about thousands of years more. You've worked hard. Those of you who are listening today are the leaders, are the light workers who will carry the torch and who will teach and who will be there to help. Today, we just want to get to know you and let you know that we're here. That we're here in an energy of love, which we bring to all our interactions and all our projects. When you feel a rush of feeling in your heart, you will know we're here. When you take a walk outside and you feel a gentle breeze that seems to flow into your skin and into your heart and through your whole body, it means we're there with you, sending you our love and our support. You are precious to us, dear ones, and we are going to help. The time has come for us to be able to intervene to some degree, which is where my job comes in. The free will contract that you've had with God, with your guides, with all the masters, was that we must remain hands-off concerning the workings of your planet, the politics, the social contracts, and your individual lives. We can offer you challenges, but only the ones that you contracted for before you came here. We can send you blessings. We can put love notes in your path. But up until now, we could not intervene. But since the harmonic convergence, which you may remember in the 80s, some of you, the level of energy on the planet has been rising. There have been more and more people calling to us to help. And as the energies rise, it was decided it was time for us to help. Because so many of you were calling to us to help stop the wars, to help create a fairer system on your planet, and to help with the dark hats who were grabbing power all over the world. And it was decided that now it's appropriate for us to offer a helping hand. And we do that with joy. And part of that helping hand will be for us to talk with you in forums like this. We invite you to come every week. We'll be here at 3 o'clock Eastern Time to talk with you. And we're delighted. And now you will hear the music interlude. And as soon as the music is over, we will be here to answer your questions. And I believe that our co-host has been gathering your questions, and we'll let you know when you can ask your question of us. You can address it to me, Saint Germain, or to God, or to both of us. And we're delighted to hear from you. Namaste. right. We're back, and we have some callers on the line. This is Kathryn. We have some callers on the line who would like to ask a question. We have Patricia.
Yes, the first call, Kathryn, the first call is from Patricia from New Mexico. Patricia, can you hear us?
Yes, thank you for taking my call.
Hello, Patricia.
Hello.
This is Dr. Kathryn. All right. I'm going to, again, move out of the way while you ask your question, and then we'll see who comes to answer you. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. You can go ahead now.
Okay. Well, I have had a whirlwind of a life, but I have let go of a lot of things, as I know a lot of other people have. I have let go of a lot over the past 15 years, and I've worked on myself. And I have a question for both God and Saint Germain, or whoever can come through for me. I am trying to work on my life, my soul path, and develop a career or a job or a vocation that is of the best interest to my soul and to society. And I was told a while back that a twin soul or a twin flame or something like that was going to come into my life to be a part of my life to help me in this lifetime, in this journey. And I would like to find out if I'm on the right path in thinking these things.
Well, Patricia, this is God speaking. Mother, Father, God. We see your light. We know your hard work. We honor that. We do not predict the future. You see, I think my answer will be very enlightening to you. Each of you co-create your life path. That means you work with the forces around you, with the environment that's presented to you, with the people that come into your life. And since each of you had a contract before you came here, then your guides will whisper in your ear, will try and help you to achieve the contract that you set out to accomplish. If there was a twin flame in your personal contract, then they will appear. Now, of course, once in a while, there are interruptions, because with billions of people wandering around the planet, bumping into each other, sometimes things happen that are not part of our soul path. But you see, it's not a reward to have a partner. That depends very much upon the agreement that you had with the people who have been in your soul group, probably for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Some lifetimes, even those who are twin flames decide to come here to learn separate from one another, sometimes together. So if you do encounter your soul, your twin flame, you will know it because the attraction is so intense. Now, this doesn't mean that every attraction that's intense will be your twin soul, but your twin flame. But as we've said, we don't predict the future, and we prefer not to give very personal information here. But if you'll accept our answer, that it will be as you planned it, and that when you continue working as you have to clear away old traumas, old pain, and old expectations, your life will unfold, and you will be on your path. As I like to say, where your foot is, that's your path. So yes, dear, continue. I believe Saint Germain wanted to say something. Am I right? Yes. Yes. I want to reassure Patricia that there will be fun ahead for her, that we see her increasing in light. And what that means in practical terms is that the brighter your light becomes, the more powerful you become at manifesting your heart's desire, providing that your heart's desire is in alignment with the greater good, and also in alignment with your original soul contract. So either way, there will be fun ahead for you. I hope that answers part of your question.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
look forward to fun. Sounds good.
Okay.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia. Now, it's Kathryn. I'm back. I believe we have another question from a caller. Let's see.
Yes, Dr. Kathryn, we have, we don't have that much time left. I think we need to go to the winner, Vince from California, who's going to be asking his question. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time for a second question.
Well, we have 25 minutes left, and I think we have, we probably only need about 15 or 20 minutes for the final special channeling, but now would be a good time. All right. Does that, maybe I should give a little introduction here about what we're doing and our work and how people can reach us. And then we will go to Vince and let him ask his question for his personal channeling. Okay? So I just want to let the people listening in know, since we haven't mentioned this for a while, in case you just came on, I'm Dr. Kathryn May. I'm a psychologist. And if you'd like to know more about the work that we do, I channel messages every day from the one who calls himself God. I have been asked to serve as the voice of Mother, Father, God. And in that occupation, I have channeled some 90-some messages, and they are posted on my website, which is www.whoneedslight.org. Whoneedslight.org. Make sure you remember the .org, otherwise you get a lighting company. So on the website, I have posted all of the messages going back for the several months, and there also is information there about the book called Who Needs Light, which was written with quite a lot of editing help from my friends whom I'm channeling today. And the book is designed to be a manual for change. And I think you'll be surprised at what's there. There are stories and poems and case studies and lots of good help for people, perhaps like Patricia, who is working hard to evolve and to change and to leave behind old stuff. So that's the purpose of the book. It's available online. If you go to the website, there's a button there you can press. So whoneedslight.org, and you'll find lots of information there about the book and about the other work that I do, which is called visual centering. And that is a process by which you can learn to balance and connect with the centers, your optimal centers of your brain, where you too can learn how to channel. Plus, learning to be as calm and as balanced and as comfortable as you can possibly be. So there are all kinds of treats there on the website if you want to go there and read. It's all for free. There are videos of visual channeling, of visual centering. There are all of the messages that God has sent over the past few months, and they are chock full of interesting, fascinating information. So now we're going to go to Vince from California, and I will open the line for Vince. Hello,
Hi.
Vince. Are you there?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Hi. And you have a question. Hi. Now, this is for your own personal channeling. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, my question is, are things going to get better for me, or are just going to keep going on a losing streak? I've been out of work for a long time. I just got my car report. I'm trying to find a way to get it back. They wouldn't wait 2 weeks for me to get a check that I'm expecting to pay at least half of what I owe on it, and they just went and took it anyway because of the greed. So I'm just wondering if you see a job in my car getting back to me, or if I should just give up and I'm done.
Oh, well, I know. Speaking for myself, I would certainly not suggest that you give up and you're not done. I also have a note here that you had another question.
Yeah, and this is for everybody out there. I grew up in a Roman Catholic family, and I hated going to church. And as I was getting older, I saw what the phoniness behind the church really was, and I'm hearing all the stories of priests doing what they're doing and everything, and not just Catholic religion, but now it's Scientology, and now it's the Jewish churches. So I'm just wondering if things are finally if God is finally shedding a light on these religions and showing everybody how phony they are. People are going to finally wake up and come together as people instead of fighting each other because of religious beliefs. That's a really good question. All right, we're going to be interested to see what God has to say about both of those things, Vince. Okay. So I'm going to keep you on the line so that you can talk if you want to. Okay. Hopefully you don't have too much noise going on in the background, so because you're on air. But we will let you ask your questions, and let's see what they have to say. And I will get out of the way.
Okay.
I was
Go
going to
ahead.
say it's funny that this whole God thing is coming up too, because I was in the process of watching Bruce Almighty. If you've ever seen that movie.
Oh, yes. And would you like to know what God thinks of that movie?
Well, I'm sure he thinks that everybody finds them very entertaining, depending upon the script and all.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see what they have to say for you, Vince.
Okay.
I'm going to get out of the way, but I will still be able to hear you. If you want to ask a question of God, it will come through. Or if you want to make a comment during the conversation, that would be all right too. Okay?
Okay. All right.
All right. Here we go. Ah, Vince, you have had a difficult time.
Yeah.
Now, we have told you, we do not punish. We do not take revenge on our children. We will support you when your energy rises to take in light. There are noises I hear. Maybe I will ask Kathryn to. That's better. Okay. Now we can talk.
Okay.
I will try to explain to you, Vince, one of the elements that may be getting in your way. And that is that you have not recognized how much of an impact you have. Now, I'm going to put you on mute.
Okay.
And then you can come back and talk in a few minutes. You have not recognized how powerful you are and what a source you are. Each of you, my children, create your own life. Now, this is difficult for many of you to understand in 3 dimensions, that you may have heard of the law of attraction or the universal law of flow, which Kathryn wrote about in our book. This means that the energy you emit, like a transmitter, the energy you emit travels into the world and attracts like energy. This is why someone who feels depressed will begin by feeling somewhat depressed, and as time goes on, they feel more and more and more depressed, because the energy you emit is the energy you receive. So there is no punishment, but if the energy you put out is dark, it will attract dark energy. You have felt despair, and unfortunately, those feelings have pulled you down further. We encourage you, Vince, to turn toward the light. Absorb the light we're sending you. It's increasing all the time. We understand that sometimes people hear this as pull yourself up by your bootstraps. That's not what we're saying. We understand how difficult it is there. And we admire and are grateful for every single human being who comes to this planet to live out a life here, because we understand how difficult it is. One of the lessons you came here to learn has something to do with forbearance, with stamina, resolve, and also with being able to continue to generate light and love. They are the same, by the way. Light and love are the same. And if you can generate love, even as you're healing from an injury, if you can generate love even when things are difficult for you, then help comes. And it comes faster. Now, this does not mean that you won't all experience difficulties, obstacles, challenges, because that is the contract when you come to Gaia, especially in the past, under the conditions of 3 dimensions. Now, we do have some personal advice for you, Vince. Gaia, your dear planet, has ascended to a higher vibrational dimension. That's what was happening over the period of December 21st and beyond. It has created havoc for many people. Headaches, colds, viruses, illnesses, sleeplessness, not being able to stay awake, all kinds of complications. But it was in your best interest, because it will help you to elevate. The energies that are flowing across the planet now will help you to elevate and to find answers for the difficulties that have come your way. Be creative, be imaginative, and reach out for help. You have been stoic, and it means that you feel alone. You've been isolated, and it increases your despair. Reach out. Ask for help. Ask your guides to help you. And be ready for something good to come into your life. You have been stuck in expectations that remain from your 3-dimensional life. You must raise your expectations as you raise your light quotient. When you're able to reach out and be of service to others, you will find peace. And you will find resolution. It may not come in the package you expect, but it will come. Do you have other questions?
No, that's it. You were just saying about retrieving my car and getting a job, and That's what my main focus is right now, because I'm into the acting and I'm into writing, and I'm trying to get a book published right now, and I'm writing a few more. But right now I need money to come and pay the bills and keep on living and bring food in the house, but I haven't been able to do that because it's so difficult for me to find a job. It's almost like I
ask for help.
From my guides?
Yes.
Okay, I have been, and
I'm going to turn this back over to God. He's saying he wants to answer something about your religion question as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? All right, we just have a few more minutes, so I'm going to give God a few more minutes to talk, and I think there will be something there that will help you as well. All right. Yes. We're back, Vince. Continue with your endeavors, but focus your energies. And at the moment, try to think about how you can be of service to others. And that will lead you to the path where you will be most productive. Now, your very interesting question. We only have a few minutes, so I will give you a very brief response. We gave a message to Kathryn, which she posted on her website, about our opposition to religions. You probably are not aware of this, but suspected it all along, that many of the messages that are taught, many of the teachings that come under the subject of religion are just made up. They have nothing to do with what we do or what we want or what we believe in or what we wish for you. But many of them have been handed down over the ages as a way of controlling people, as a way of engendering guilt and shame and conflict, so that those in power could remain in power. And you may not be aware, Vince, but the shadow of the teachings that you were subjected to as a child are coloring your view of the world. Because there is much that is darkness in what is taught by the Catholic Church. We do not wish to disclaim everything that they have done, or everyone who has been involved with the Church. Of course, not all are bad or destructive. But the teachings themselves have taken on a life of their own, and we object to that. We object to that in all religions. We wish to teach you, everyone who wants to come and listen, we wish to teach you the true way. That's what we call the guidance that we offer. It's very simple. We encourage expanding your light, expanding your love. And that will carry you to the riches and the pleasures and the fulfillment that will abound in your life. It's not something that's taught by most of the religions today, and it certainly is not taught by your material culture, where you're being taught that money is all that matters. In fact, money is irrelevant. So look to your heart. In your heart, you know what's true. In your heart, you can reach out to us, and we will answer. And now we wish you well in all your pursuits, in your projects. Focus your time, focus your energy, and be of service. Thank you, Vince.
Thanks. Thank you. I suspected that all along.
Namaste.
So.
All right. And now we turn our time back to Kathryn. Hello, everyone. It's been quite an interesting time. It seems that today, much of what you heard were introductory thoughts, hopeful suggestions, and next week we look forward to more of the same or different, expanded. And I think next week we're going to be hearing more about the true way, which are the lessons that God is offering to teach that will replace much of what we were taught under the name of religion. And so we'd like to say so long for today. Come back next week at 3, or you can listen to our archived show on Wednesday nights. Ellen, are you there? We're going to say so long for now.
Yes, Dr. Kathryn. Well, thank you so much. Thank you to you. Thank you to God and Saint Germain for today. It was wonderful. Remember, everybody, tell your friends next Sunday at 3 p.m. And also go to Kathryn's website, whoneedslight.org, and you can follow Kathryn on Facebook from there. So thank you all, and have a great evening.
Thank you, Ellen. Bye, everyone. I think we're off the air now. Bye.